My mom, if you didn't know, there she is, beautiful Joanie. She passed away in her sleep, in her beautiful bed yesterday morning. And just like Frank, I believe she saw Jesus and Jesus took her breath away. And it gives me great comfort. And I know a lot of people are hurting in the world today. A lot of people are going through so much, and there's a lot of fear in the world today. I just suggest that you take hold of God's hand, because He's real good at carrying things for you. And perfect love casts out all fear, and He loves us perfectly. And nobody knew that more than my mom, right, Hoda?
Your mom, by the way, was one of the bright lights I think I've ever met. And I remember when you first introduced her to me and to all of us at the Today Show, we all fell madly in love, because when she came in, humor followed.
Oh my! She didn't know how funny she was.
She didn't, and we also understood you 1,000 times more after meeting Joanie, because she would say something in the middle of a segment we had, and we would all break up in hysterics.
Well, she just didn't know how funny she was, and we have a couple of things I think we're going to look at. Every time she came, I mean, you're right, hilarity. Do we have some stuff to say, guys?
Let's take
some favorite memories of Joanie? Excuse me 1 second. Bear with us. I go, Mom, you've made sweet and sour chicken 20 times on television.
I have not.
Yes, you have.
Oh, I can't wait to try it.
Well, these are called Tasty Mortals.
Tasty Mortals? I'm trying
And
it too.
it's basic.
Mortals or morsels?
Morsels. I'm sorry.
Final product?
product.
Oh, looks
You literally just mix the 3 ingredients.
Right.
It's very gourmet. What activity do Coda and I do every Wednesday? Hit your buzzers. Yes, Regis.
You laugh at each other.
No. Go.
I hit it.
All right, what is the answer?
You go and see a movie and review it.
It's not a movie. It's not a movie.
Yes, you do.
A stage play.
All right, Joanie gets that one. One of my favorites was when she came on and she goes, "Are we on high dementia TV?" And I said, "Well, one of us is." And oh my gosh, I'm just so happy for her. You know, I remember Frank the last year of his life saying to me, "I'm not afraid, honey. I'm not afraid at all. In fact, I'm starting to really get curious." And my mom had no fear, no fear. She had the strongest faith of anybody I've ever known, and I was grateful for her every day of my life, even when she was driving me crazy, because she was such a lady. And we had such fun. You could hear our conversations every morning.
Every morning.
I'd call her at 9 o'clock every single morning. Christine and I do. And I would always say, "Is this Cuddles Kotb, and is she comfy and cozy in her cubby?" And she'd giggle.
Yeah.
And then I'd pretend I would say, "Where is Cuddles Kotb?" This is her I don't know, the IRS or her, whoever she was gotten out of prison. And just to get her to laugh.
She always laughed.
She laughed all the time, even with the challenges she had physically. And but we'd always talk every single morning for a half an hour about what she had for breakfast. She lived for breakfast. She really did. I think she's a little mad because yesterday they came to wake her up and give her it was her favorite breakfast. It was French toast and sausage. So she would regale me with how much she loved her sausage. Yeah. And I'd say, "Well, today I had bacon." And then I'd say, "But Mom, what else?" And she goes, "Sausage." So she had sausage every single day. And one day, remember, Hoda, she said to me, she said, "Well, today I had oatmeal and a little cup of fresh fruit." Yeah. I went, "Mom, that's so great." She goes, "Well, it's important to stay healthy when you're dying."
Oh my God.
I laughed my butt off, and so did she when she realized what she said. The other day, she didn't answer the phone, so I called her 20 minutes later. I said, "Mom, where were you?" She goes, "Well, today they took me down to weigh me." Yes, I said, "Yeah? And how much do you weigh, Mom?" And she goes, "Do you like being asked how much you weigh?" I said, "I've lost quite a bit of weight, so I don't mind it these days." But I said, "Mom, it's 180, isn't it?" She goes, "Who told you?" And I said, "Well, I saw you last week, Mom." So she goes, "Well, at my age, who cares? I'm enjoying myself." And she said, "Even my doctor said, Joanie, at this age, you just eat whatever you'd like.
And enjoy yourself."
And she did. And my sister yesterday, God bless my sister. Yes. She has taken care of my father through his illness and death, and my mother through everything. She lives there, so she got the brunt of all of it, Hoda, you know?
Yeah.
For 20 years. My sister, Mishy, you want Mishy around when you're hurting, when you're in trouble. So God bless my sister. But my sister went to my mom's facility, the beautiful place that my mom has been in the last 5 years. And she said, Kath, I thought I knew every single person that worked there. I thought I knew them all. She said, and I could barely get out of that place yesterday, she said, because people I have never even seen before were coming up to me and telling me stories about Mom. And every single one of them was this is the Bible your mom gave me, or see this, this is what your mom said to me when such and such happened, or your mother prayed for me. One lady goes, I came back to the Lord because of your mother. I mean, it's just this. Mishy started sobbing,
legacy,
telling me the story. So you know
touched-
what? There is hope. This world, this life is not the end. It's just the beginning. And the sooner you realize that, the more you realize what is in store for you. In about a couple of weeks, I'm going to be performing our number on the show, the song that I wrote for Frank, about finding Frank. It's called He Saw Jesus, and the incredibly talented Brett James wrote it with me from Nashville, and he's going to be here with us. And I hope you all will, and you're going to be able to download it as well. And all the money is going to go to hurricane relief for Harvey and Irma. So we're going to try to, bring beauty from ashes, which is exactly what you got to do. We're never going to throw my mother a huge party in a couple of weeks, just like we did for Frank.
I think that's exactly. You know what, Kath? I got to tell you, so many people are admiring you and just your strength and.
Hode. If I can hold it together, you can hold it.
But you know what? Something about seeing you so strong is breaking me up. I don't know why.
Aww.
But you
Cheery,
were,
please, for Hoda.
but it is one of those things to watch
Thank
you, and
you.
I think you're helping the number of so many people you don't even realize.
I
was looking for a
My
quote.
mom would love that.
I was looking for a little quote today, and I thought of Joanie. I don't know if you're going to think this sounds like
It'll
it, but
be
it
perfect,
did to me.
Hoda. I know it will be.
It says, being both soft and strong is a combination very few have mastered. And she was that. And I remember you telling me when she grew up, she was an orphan. She struggled through her life.
She lost everybody in her life, her mother, her father, her brother, her grandmother, and only her sister was left, whom she also has lost. And she's lost her husband almost 13 years ago, and she's lost so many family members. Yeah. But you know what she always remembered? What she had, what she still had. And she had the Lord in a deep, deep way. And you know what, you guys? If he's all you got, he's all you need.
Enough, yes.